Hello and welcome back to the channel, friends. It's good to be here. Happy 2024. Happy New Year. I hope you're doing well. We're going to get into some more Terracards trouble today. And we are building with a focus to kick off 2024 here, folks. And the focus we're looking at today is Bunnicula. So Bunnicula is a very unique card in that it's the only one that I'm aware of that transforms your crops into their withered variants. And it does this in a 3-island range around it, right? It's going to give 500 gold per transformation of said crops. And the real key here is this. So plus 5 production per withered carrot in a 2-island range. That's per withered carrot in a 2-island range. So it's a big range. And that is production, from what I understand, to Bunnicula himself, meaning the rabbit's foot that he produces will get a bonus. So my question is, what happens if we surround Bunnicula with a bunch of carrots that become withered? How strong is it? How viable is it? These are all questions that we hope to answer here today. Obviously, a lot has to kind of go right. We have to get the right card draws. We have to get a nice foundation first and foremost. I see Bunnicula being our win condition in this one. However, we still have to get some kind of economy, some kind of backbone to sort of get us to the point where we're able to implement the build I have in mind. So that is the goal today, folks. We're going to be screwing around with the fan favorite Bunny Dracula, and we're going to see how viable it is. So with that said, if you are new here, I would really appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Trying to build a community here, and we'd love to have you aboard. We do fun things like mess around with Bunny Draculas and Jingle Clucks and Santa Claus. We do all kinds of fun things on this channel. And if you like Terracards, we got plenty of Terracards content on the channel. So thank you very much. So let's just continue to play our cards here, and let's get in, like I said, a decent economic position. That's really what we're looking to do. And I envision just having a nice little setup ready for when we draw Bunnicula. We can throw him right in there, and we can start seeing what happens when our friend is surrounded by withered carrots. I have no idea how strong it could be, but I do visualize it potentially being really strong, especially if we can get several Bunnicula cards. And there's ways to do that, which I have ideas around as well. So let's see if we can't get some sunflowers in our hand. I'll actually stop playing blue wheat until we get the sunflowers. We do there. That's excellent. And we're going to continue on with our carrot islands. So we do lose some blue wheat, and that's just because we didn't have any energy. That's okay. Let's take some more blue wheat, though, of course, and get our sunflowers on the field. Looking for a water solution here early, and we're gonna have to get some kind of economic staple early too. It's gonna take, there you go, popcorn. We'll take that. That's gonna work with Bunnicula in the future, you would think. What do you like? Do you like the name Bunny Dracula better or Bunnicula? I think that was the intended name of the card, right? Sort of a ghastly type bunny. Sort of a mythical type bunny, of which there are many in this game. The Easter Bunny being one of them, of course, too. The true Easter Bunny. Looking forward to doing a build on that sometime in the future. Just in reading it, it seems like it's kind of a crazy card to use, so it'll be fun when we get there, but ultimately, let's not get too ahead of ourselves here. Let's focus on the task at hand, and the task at hand is Bunnicula. So before I play too much of this corn, let's see if we can't get a water solution. I would hate for something to happen. We get more carrots, though. We need to continue to pound on carrots. We need to just load up our islands with carrots, for sure. So I'm going to take carrots pretty much at every opportunity I can get, because I want a nice 2-island radius around a medium fence. That's the goal. Alright, looking desperately for a water solution here. Field wheat is not a water solution. Neither is any of this. More blue wheat, that's not going to help us. A watery tree would be great. More corn. Yikes. I mean, a water chicken is a water solution, but it's not a great one. Here's a watery tree. A pure act of desperation there, folks. So let's hold off on playing the corn until we get a watery tree in our hands, which we do. I feel like we can breathe again. You gotta be trouble in the early game, you know? It seems like you can just be a little bit reckless, and sure, you certainly can. However, you definitely want to be careful. You don't want to go negative in water early game, because then your crops start dying off, and it just puts you in a negative spot right away. And we're starting 2024 here, folks, in a good spot, on the right foot. We're doing it right. How about your New Year's resolutions? Does anybody still do that? You have some New Year's resolutions? What are some of your resolutions? Please share in the comment box below. I'd love to hear everybody's goals, everybody's motivations. For me personally, I would say it's more of a continuation of the goals I had in 2023. You know, that's just to stay fit, you know, stay on my fitness regiment. I'd like to save some more money, of course. It's always great, right? I'd like to sort of focus on gaining and learning new skills. Bunny like carrot. +1 production to rabbit per carrot on the farm. That is only rabbit, so gluttonous feast will be our selection here. It'll help our hopefully overpowered bunny Dracula produce twice, but we'll see. But yeah, back on the resolutions. Pretty much more of a continuation of what I already kind of put in place in 2023 here. I think it's important to learn new skills too, like constantly be learning new skills, so I always try to put an emphasis on that in my own life. So that's definitely something on the list of priorities for sure. How about yours? Let me know. Let's get some more sunflowers. Let's get some more blue wheat. We have to get a fuel solution here quickly. Fuel corn would be great, but we need to start making some popcorn. Here's some fuel wheat. I mean, it'll work, but then we have to expand. We have an island right here. Let's go with fuel wheat. Sure. Anything to avoid a costly reroll 5 days before the taxes are due, and we're kind of just scraping by. You know, we are searching the couch, excuse me, for coins, right? We're going through the old savings jar, trying to scrape together a few bucks just to keep the lights on here. More blue wheat, you bet. Get established with that. So the island cost here. We're in the positive for fuel now, so we should be rolling in some popcorn here, which will help us just produce more. Yeah, corn's looking good. Popcorn's a nice little bonus. 4,600. You'd like to see that. Sugar cane, don't need that. Electric carrot, not in the overall kit. We do have sunflower. Let's grab sunflower. Hard to go wrong with the sunflower, especially early game. So let's add an island right there. Let's add another fuel wheat island right here as well. Solar panel. Giant carrot. Giant carrot will be decent. Could throw it right here. It's a pretty good spot. It's essentially surrounded by carrots, so it'll get a nice production boost. So we'll go ahead and do that. The water cost is excessive, excuse me, but that's okay because we have some watery trees in place. Alright, fuel peanuts. Lake, fuel wheat. Just don't really need that at all. I mean, we could try to like mill some stuff for sure. Why don't we grab a mill? We are sitting amongst a lot of wheat here that can be milled up. So let's grab the mill, get that in place. Got a good spot for it. Penguin. Penguin would be a decent add as well. Just for a little bit of extra bonus income. Could certainly look at that. But then we're going to need a lake, and we're going to need to expand. I think that's fine, though. So let's go ahead and grab the penguin. We'll keep our eyes out for a lake. Veganism will work for us for the short term. So let's go ahead and grab veganism. We don't have an animal on the farm yet. And our first animal is going to be, well, I guess the penguin for now. But might not even really need to make a power play into the penguin. With the veganism in hand. So we'll see. Let's play some more corn. Get some more popcorn. More fuel wheat. How are we doing on fuel? Not great. So let's grab some more fuel wheat. Though it'd be nice just to go fuel corn. I'm not going to lie. There's some fuel corn. Sure thing. Really curious to see how this Bunnicula build goes. I really am. Seems like it could be strong. Maybe it's just kind of mid. I don't know. But regardless, I'm interested in just using the card. And seeing if we can't get into some trouble, of course, with the withered crops and so forth. So I suppose another thing we could do, we could think about maybe playing a barn, right? If we think about playing a barn, so if Bunnicula is going to go right here, maybe put a barn right here to double that production. Maybe put 3 barns, you know? But really, I think with the Bunnicula card, you want to make use of the +5 production when surrounded by carrots. So that's kind of what we're probably going to look at as the attribute and property of the card to maximize the most. But we'll certainly see. Oftentimes, you can kind of come in with a plan, and then you can watch as that plan gets completely dismantled based on draws or rerolls or what have you. Sitting pretty decent on just overall income though, which is great. Let's grab giant sunflower, you bet. Always have a spot for a giant sunflower. In most builds, that is. Let's see. Where's a good spot for a giant sunflower? Suppose we could do it. Let's do it like right here. Could put the penguins in the fences too. I mean, that's definitely an option. But then we're going to lose our veganism. So I don't see that as really a solution right now. Maybe it's something that we can sort of just stock up on lakes as they come. But ultimately, we're waiting on our Bunnicula here. More watery trees. 4,200 water. We'll take them. I think history shows taking the watery tree that has been given to you is just a good all-around idea. So that's what we're going to do. Paste Bloom, Dionysian Rites. Got 2 full sunflower islands. Let's go Dionysian Rites. Alright, let's see if we can't start getting... So here's a barn. Let's take the one barn. And we'll see what that does. So we're going to throw that right here. Double the production, but also double the water. That's going to be okay. That's why you build a strong water infrastructure. Take some corn. Just kind of waiting around for our friend Bunnicula here. Here we go. We get it, folks. Bunnicula at the ripe turn of 87. We get it. So we're going to obviously grab that right away. And excited to get Bunnicula in play here. However, it looks like we could use... we could use a medium fence. More carrots here, you bet. Do we have a medium fence in our hand? We do not. Okay. So let's take a medium fence at first opportunity, for sure, and continue to play our carrots. Solar panel. Water tank. Love me the water tank. Fermenter. Fisherman hut. Olive tree. Another Bunnicula. Yeah, we'll grab another Bunnicula card for sure. Bunny Dracula. Bunnicula. Whatever. Medium fence. There we go. Got some medium fence action. Love to see that. You just love it when things come together, folks. So here we go. Bunnicula is costing us 58 water. It's producing 2 rabbit's feet, but let's keep our eye on that production for sure. It's also producing twice per turn. Keep in mind there. And we see the wither starting to take effect here. All right? So interested to see what's going to happen here. Rabbit Apprentice, this is excellent. 2 animals of the same group are on the same island. Yep, that's a no-brainer. We should get a Bunnicula card every single turn now. Nope, never mind. We just get a rabbit. Well, it's not the desired effect, but there are ways to generate a Bunnicula card, and we're going to explore that shortly here. So if we can actually get the female rabbit card and put it in here with the Bunnicula, we're going to find ourselves in a much better position. But look at these carrots. They're becoming withered, and there's no growth in strength here. Interesting. 41 rabbit's feet, though. Maybe their production isn't shown. You know what I'm saying? We are getting 41 rabbit's feet per turn. Here's more carrots. We'll take those. So here you go. So this is for the one commenter that's telling me always to put my trees at the top of the islands. Sometimes I'm just moving a little too fast and I don't remember to do that. But that one there is for you. Thanks for your viewership and your comments. Really appreciate it. You're right. It is very correct. I should put my trees at the top of the island so I can see what's on the island. And just in general operate a little faster because of that. Like I said, oftentimes I'm just moving a little bit too fast here. Here's a female rabbit. That's an excellent grab. We'll take that. We'll start creating our withered carrots here. I don't think the barn is really doing anything for us. The reason I say that is because I think it's more of like it's an unregistered bonus, right? So I do believe, so if we look at, we have 48 rabbit's feet, right? 48 rabbit's feet, right? We have 2 bunny Draculas, right? Plus 5 production per withered carrot in a 2-island range. I mean, we got, there's only 2 of them. Maybe it's a little more underwhelming than I thought. Let's continue to explore. We're going to be able to get a ton of bunny Draculas now. If we can secure Home Sweet Home, we can get even more. And let's just see what happens. It's really an experiment, folks. Just to see what happens. We don't need to take bunny Dracula. We just don't need to. Easter bunny. I'm going to take that just to hold it. There are some interesting things that can happen as it relates to the Easter bunny and withered crops. So we'll take that and just hold it. But let's assess here. 116 rabbit feet. I don't understand. I feel like we should be making a whole lot more, given the proximity of the withered carrots in the 2-island range. You know what I'm saying? Am I misunderstanding this? Is it increasing the carrot production? No, it's not increasing the withered carrot production. Hard to understand. But nonetheless, Terracards is often about trial and error, right? A little exploration. And that's what we're doing here today. Wonder if we get... Do we get 2 of them now? We sure do. Yeah, we sure do. Okay. So here's what we can do. We can start another island of them right here. These ones cost 90 water. Oh, -1. Okay. I got it. That makes sense. Well, that's okay. We have plenty of water. Not concerned about it. What I am concerned about is getting some more carrots, which we get more of right there. And let's take a look. 256 rabbit's feet. Not very inspiring. More barns? No, we don't need that. I guess I'll take a water chicken. I mean, it's very uninspiring, of course, but we'll take it. Let's continue to play our carrots. I mean, I guess, like, so we have some withered wheat here as well. I guess I don't fully understand the point, I guess, of Bunny Dracula if... Well, I understand the point, I guess. I don't know that it's working properly. I think is what I'm trying to say. I don't think it is. Because, I mean, this definitely is not happening. Plus 5 production per withered carrot in a 2-island range. We should have plus 5 production for each of these, right? We are producing 256 rabbit's feet. I feel like it should be way more than that. So the math just doesn't quite work out, and it's kind of a head scratcher. But such are things in Terracards here, folks. So let's see if we can't just get a few more carrots and just load this thing up. Really want to be careful on rerolls, though, of course. Olive tree, cocoa tree, silo. Put a silo right here. Oh, why don't we do that? In fact, why aren't I playing my blue wheat there? Not even sure what islands I have in play right now. Goodness. Well, this would be a good display, so check this out. 1,432 water. So if you put a silo, don't put it adjacent to a sunflower, but put it adjacent to your blue wheat that's adjacent to the sunflower, and then watch what happens. Boom. Get another about 1,000 water per turn. Just in doing that, you're essentially doubling it. Home sweet home. Yep, we'll take that for sure. And we'll continue to pump in our bunnies. A very special bunny, that is. Grab a fuel cow. Alright, let's continue to play this random selection of cards that we have. We have plenty of withered carrots, but the rabbit foot production just isn't there. It's really strange to me. I mean, I'm not play testing these things before I'm doing a video of them. Maybe I should, right? But I read the description of the effect for what it is. And I guess it just doesn't work in that way. Somebody please help me explain it. Plus 5 production per withered carrot in a 2-island range. We're getting 448 rabbit's feet. We should be getting way more than that. Like, we have 16 carrots per island here. 16 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6. 16 times 6. And then times, what do we got? 8 Bunniculas in there? I feel like we should be getting way more. Like up to, I don't know, 75, 80, 90k per turn in rabbit's feet. But that is not the case. Very interesting stuff here, folks. But it wouldn't be another day in the wonderful realm of Terracards if there wasn't something head-scratching that happened. We've just kind of come to accept it. Tons of blue wheat here, but we don't really have the means to expand. Alright, this one's going to be a steep one. Guess we'll just go here with it. Interesting, interesting. Lake. Yeah, we'll go with the lake. Maybe the penguins can help bail us out a little bit. Maybe not. $496 rabbit's feet. It just doesn't make sense. Of course, we're not really getting the carrots that we need either. Yeah, this build doesn't really work the way it's supposed to. At least as stated by the tooltip. And that'll be the end, folks. So interesting stuff. I mean, it's fun to use Bunnicula, right? It was a fun thing to kind of ideate about, but it just doesn't work. I don't think the math works. For whatever reason, we had like 500 rabbit's feet. That's it. That's literally not enough. It's literally not even close to enough. So if we do some quick math here, let me just do some quick math here, quick. All right, so we have 16 of these withered carrots per island in a 2-island range, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 total islands that are filled with withered carrots. So that's 96, right? 96 carrots, withered carrots, in a 2-island range of our Bunniculas here, right? So 96 times the plus 5 production is 480. Okay? So 480 rabbit's feet should be the bonus per Bunnicula. But it appears as if it only applies to 1. And maybe that's where I was wrong, because we were making right around 500 or so. So maybe that's what I misunderstood about it. Of course, it doesn't really say on the card. It doesn't say, you know, it just doesn't specify that. So hard to say. Hard to say, but that is a little experiment with Bunnicula today. Hopefully you can learn a little something from it. I know I sure did. Learned a lot about the Bunnicula card, of course, and sort of how non-viable it is. Of course, it is important in creating the true Easter Bunny and going the corrupt bunny route, which I hope to do a video on sometime soon here. But that's the general rundown of Bunnicula. Pretty underwhelming. With that being said, though, folks, I do appreciate your viewership. Thanks so much for stopping by the channel. If you do enjoy the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. We'd be happy to have you. With that said, we will catch you in the next video. Thanks a lot.